Welcome to DAIMEX Baltic 2026. Here we've got about six to 700 participants in the Lithuanian, Latvian, and Estonian defense or / war industry. We have a number of companies here today that are just really advanced with their technology, whether it be lasers, drones, and just overall very innovative companies that have come here to show off. There's been a number of exhibits that are taking off here and showcasing their capabilities, and we're just here covering it all. So you'll be able to walk with us through the exhibit hall. You'll also be able to see and hear from entrepreneurs and founders that are taking up their defenses and putting their stake in the ground as far as holding their ground against any threats that come against them. We appreciate their work. We look forward to sharing this information and broadcast with our families back home in the Naval Special Warfare or even the Special Operations communities of veterans. We really appreciate all you've done to serve, and we're here in one of our allied countries, and we appreciate the work that they're doing here as well. So look forward to sharing more, and we'll be in touch. All right, great. I'm here with Kara at Vantor, and we're just getting to know a little bit more about some of the new technology that's come out, utilizing their proprietary satellite network, which is very unique. No other organization has such a platform. And so what they've done with that and built the new Raptor technology off of to serve the budding and growing and in-demand drone market. So I'm here with Kara. Kara, pleasure to meet you.
Great to meet you.
And just if you could tell us a little bit about Vantor at a high level, and then a little bit about Raptor.
Sure. So Vantor is the leading geospatial company in the U.S. We've had commercial satellites up since 1999. Vantor used to be known as Maxar, and we rebranded about a year ago because we wanted to indicate to the world that we're doing software products now, not just data anymore. But one of the capstone software products we have is Raptor. Now, Raptor is taking that power of all that geospatial data and giving drones a way to still be able to know where they are in the world without GPS, because you can't jam a map. So we put the maps on the drones, and that way the drone can always know where it is using the camera that's already native on the drone. It doesn't require any additional hardware.
Great. Yeah, and we've heard a lot about security relating to drones operating in the field environments. Where does Raptor stack up when you've got pure fiber optic cables running to some of these drones? Then you've got the traditional GPS, and now Raptor's got its solution. So where does the whole stack land here for Raptor?
So we have a couple different apps within the Raptor product. And so if you're using fiber optic drones, you can still use Raptor to derive really accurate target coordinates off your drone. So most of the time in the past, you've had to do multiple steps to get your coordinates to call in fires. With Raptor, you can extract that directly from that full motion video up to 1 meter of accuracy.
Wow. And how long has the product been in market?
Less than a year. Yeah.
And total, I wouldn't say market penetration to date, but could you give us maybe a non-confidential use case currently?
Sure. So we're working a lot with makers of loitering munitions. So loitering munitions are their drone. Do you know what an improvised explosive device is, or an IED?
Yes.
Loitering munitions are like IEDs that chase you. And like most weapons, people have put a lot of effort into countering them. And jamming is one of the most prevalent ways to disrupt a loitering munition coming in. So we're working with a lot of those manufacturers to add Raptor to the loitering munition so that it has a backup way to determine position as it's trying to get to target.
And that's pretty powerful. Now, when a team's utilizing the software, I mean, how many different users does it take to deploy amongst, in an operating environment? How many personnel is a firm or a company needing to specialize in utilizing the Raptor software, or is it fully automated? Is it complete?
It should. So it's part of the mission planning cycle, like you making sure you've gone and you downloaded your fresh maps and you push those maps to the drone. But once it's on board, it's a hands off.
Got it.
You don't have any interaction with that product.
Got it. So fully automated. Wow. And then just switching gears a little bit, obviously post-conflict zones, we're very interested in that subject, prayerful about that, and also just looking at economic development as there's still a concern for risks related to combat and warfare in those post-conflict zones. How can Raptor be utilized in those use cases?
It absolutely can be used on agricultural drones that are going out and doing surveying. And Vantor as a whole can also help with your agricultural post-conflict, because we provide that satellite imagery that does really time critical insights into the area, and it can highlight risk before it's realized. And so that kind of imagery insight is critical.
And what is the let's say the turnaround time for that satellite imagery that's coming back to the user?
So the satellite imagery is continuously being pulled down from the satellites. If you need something tasked, that's going to depend on a lot of factors, but it can be really quick, or it could be a few hours. Yeah.
Well, great, Kara. Thank you, and really exciting technology here at Vantor, and we look forward to hearing more from Kara and Vantor in the future.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are honored at DAIMEX Baltic 2026 by the visit of Lithuania's Chief of Defense, General Raimundas Vaišnaras.
Well, still good morning. Good morning, everyone. It's really a pleasure to be here. Thanks for inviting. Maybe I would say we are part of this exhibition, of these testings, because Armed Forces of Lithuania supporting all these settings and setups, providing training area and also some expertise. Of course, I wanted to thank Latvian Chief of Armed Forces, Major General Kaspars Pudens, who also joined us today with us. And of course, for me, as a Chief of Armed Forces, very important to see what you are doing, what prototypes you're presenting, and I wish all of you from prototypes to go to real products which fit and maybe would be suitable for our national defense. Actually, what is very important currently to admit that we as militaries, we always look and watching very carefully for new technologies. Not only our neighbors or foreign, but also very much we look in our national defense industry. And of course, today, even weather maybe not so suitable for exhibitions, but for infantry is no bad weather, as we talk. So, good luck, and of course, I'm just wishing you good results. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And if it works in this weather, it will work anywhere.
All right, good afternoon. We're here with Monica in Oscaras with field meals and rations with EverRation, and very exciting new technology, new food manufacturing and development. So let's just talk a little bit about the company. If you give us a high-level overview, and then also we'll get down into some of the details on how to see if there's any markets that are still interested or may be interested.
So EverRation is open for 10 years. We've been in the market with different type of solutions for the rations and different components for the fields. Yeah, we are supplying Army, we are supplying Rifleman Union, and we're also looking forward to supply export markets as well in Europe. And our meals vary from 3 years to 5 years shelf life, even to 25 years shelf life, which is can be applied for the emergency situations, for the municipalities as well, and even for the humanitarian aid. So different type of applications. Yeah.
So not just defense, but also standby rations for municipalities and potential. Now, because of pricing, when you get into the humanitarian element, pricing gets a little bit out of control because of the costs to actually afford to do that. But maybe we could dive into that in a minute. Give us a sense of how you took this company through the research and development, and what products came first. What were the first products you brought to market?
Yeah, so absolutely the main product is the main meal because it's the core of the ration. Yeah, so we have a different options of the retort meals and also the freeze-dried meals. So retort, they are like at 3 years, and then freeze-dried comes like more than 25 years can be as well. And so we have our technologists that are creating all the recipes, that are looking through all the nutritional values and so on. So it really depends on the market, really depends on the organization, how much they need to reach, what values they need to reach.
Excellent. And Oscaras, what's your favorite?
I think my favorite is the freeze-dried, So this one is really good. It's like 7-year shelf life.
7 years.
Yes, 7 years. We can also have options up to 10 years. And as well, we also have very good solutions, 25 years in the can, 20 portions. So it's very unique option to have it.
This is the Ever Ration chicken
curry with rice. Yeah, it's 20 portions. So it's a good unique solution, I think.
How many years did you say?
25 years.
25 years.
Yeah. So it's
now, obviously, we wouldn't want to wait that long, but if you had to, you could, right?
yes.
And in the case of getting it to market, that product is mainly for what would you say?
I think it's for municipalities mainly, to have it. Army is using like those solutions to have it like up to date for like 8 hours, 24 hours, no solutions. So this one is usually to have it on the shelf in case of emergency or something. So you need to like feed a lot of people in a short period of time. You have it, it's always on the shelf. You can leave it there for, 10, 15, 20, 25 years. You just always have it, So just buy it once and you have it. So
very nice, very nice. Well, I mean, there's quite the offering here. We've got what's this? This is
it's like dried
Pork. It's a jerky pork.
Jerky
pork.
Yeah.
We have a protein bars.
Protein bars.
We have a breads. We have
Mix of nuts.
nuts,
something.
isotonic drinks, energy gels. We have a substitute for the water.
I think you have it in US because it's
Yep.
from the US.
Okay.
Partners from the US. So
Nice.
it's a good
And
solution.
And this is the bread product you were telling us about.
It's like our interpretation of bread, because in Lithuania we had the problem with like very hard bread from a different competitor. So was our interpretation. It's like a biscuit. It's like sour, sweet, but it's very good. We have
Shelf life on that.
it's 3 years because the requirement was 3 years. So for us to do it longer, it was no point of doing that.
And just talking about economics a little bit right now, in order to make the business as successful, I hope, as it is today, have you come in just to compete at the current market, or are you able to undercut the market on price?
We are competing in price as long as it allows us not to lose the quality. Yeah. And then, like, I believe we can compete in a price as well due to the shelf life, because as longer shelf life it is, so you save more on the rotation of the products. You don't need to throw them away. Yeah. So yeah, that helps us to compete.
So the shelf life really does help extend the overall value. And what would you say as far as a mix of government contracts versus private sector buyers? Is there a mix of both right now?
There's a mix of both, but then like a B2B is also those organizations, those packers, ration packers that are supplying the other markets in Europe and in the world, yeah. But the governmental definitely is the first choice, yeah, majority.
Very interesting. Well, great. We hope to see more in the future. It's been great to know the company a little bit more, and we hope you guys check them out as well. There's a lot of use cases here, and we hope to see this product hit the market across both government, defense, and humanitarian initiatives. We're here with PD Kinematics CEO. Really exciting new drone technology, both vertically integrated, the hardware and the software components. If you could just give us a high-level overview, what are the recent updates and profile of the business today?
Hi, so as introduced, we're PD Kinematics. We manufacture low swap C precision guided munitions. They're engineered to be fully drone agnostic, meaning that we could be deployed on any platforms, either multi-rotor UAVs or fixed wings as well. Our core values of this system is that we are splitting the guidance technology in two parts and keeping the expensive precision engineering parts like electro-optics and etc. We're putting that in a drone, which after engagement of the target comes back home, and the munition itself is engineered to be very scalable in manufacturing and scalable to deploy in units themselves.
And give us a little bit of the history of how the company was started from an engineering perspective, and then also the supply chain. Is it fully Baltic? Is it here in Lithuania, or not any confidential information, but maybe just a little bit of history there.
Okay, so the story of our company actually begins in 2022, as soon as the invasion of Russian our armed forces came into Ukraine. With my good friend Simas, who is now a CTO of the company, we started investigating what kind of where could employ our engineering capacity, and we decided to dedicate our engineering resources to the UAV era. We understood that the whole technologies that were created in the 60s and 70s, all the precision guided munitions were created for assets and platforms that are on a strategic level, like fighter jets, attack helicopters. And when we see conventional warfare in Europe, for example, in Ukraine, all of those airborne assets are not longer operational because of intense anti-air efforts by both sides. So the skies now are controlled by drones, and all of those technologies that were created in 60s, 70s, and 80s, all these precision guided munitions are not they are not deployed now on the front line because the platforms are not flying. So we dedicated our efforts to scale down the precision guidance technology to a size that is compatible with the new AEV era, and this is how we created this product.
Very interesting, very interesting. And if we can get a little close up here of one of the drones. Can you tell us a little bit about this model?
Yeah, so this is a Lithuanian UAV with our free munition setup. So on the right, you see a targeting pod. This is this part. It houses electro-optical sensors and some radio communication line that establishes a line of communication with the munitions. And here you see a free munition setup. So each of the munition can engage targets simultaneously. All of those free munitions can engage different targets or single target at one time, or the operator of the system can decide to engage 3 different targets during the whole flight based on the operational situation. We also have as I mentioned, our system, the guidance system and the whole strike package is fully UAV agnostic. So meaning in case we are working with larger platforms like very large heavy lift UAVs, then we have setups which house more munitions. So we work up to 9 munitions per one UAV. And as mentioned, in some of the cases, we work with fixed wing systems as well. So with fixed wing systems, we usually carry a bit less of a number of munitions, usually 2 or 4. Briefly, that's
great. That's great. And I mean, this versatile platform and the ability to integrate it, like you said, across a spectrum of let's say, additional strike packages. How well? I mean, what would you say is one of the killer advantages here? To put that in a positive light.
So to put everything in one sentence is not we keep the UAV safe and stealthy in a high altitude, but we still allow operator to have a very precise engagement capacity.
Got it. Thank you. And we're here at the conference. How would you say this is a kind of a high level topic of just the resilience of the Lithuanian community, the resilience of the Baltic families, and how would you give us a sense out there in the United States, primarily to our special operator families, now retired veterans, who are looking to just get a better sense of the heartbeat here in Lithuania and then in the Baltics from a sense of resilience and strength. What would be your position there?
That's a very hard question you asked. But I think our company is a good example of the mood in Lithuania, especially a lot of engineering companies. For example, I myself come from a absolutely different industry, and a lot of people were mobilized and dedicated their efforts to create capabilities and technologies and that could support Baltic and regional sovereignty. So I think this exhibition is all by itself an example that a lot of companies that previously were working in a different industries, maybe a parallel industries, are now trying to contribute to the Baltic and regional security as well. So our mission of the company is the same. We created this product to help Ukrainians, and also we created this product to expand our own Lithuanian, Baltic, European capacity as well. We are a mission-driven company, and I think a lot of engineering companies in Lithuania are also very mission-driven.
Got it. Well, thank you for that debrief today. It's been an honor, and the technology, obviously, as we can see, is state-of-the-art. And just one last point and capping off here is we know the United States has always been a country that's done training together with allied countries, and we're sitting here in a time geopolitically where there's been some discussions about some of those bonds, let's say, deciding on how much cooperation, right, there should be going forward. But I guess let's not forget what is capable, when we do work together and continue to do so. So we look forward to that, and thank you for your time today.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, we're here with Z, the CCO with UDS, and we've got some interesting technology. He'll break down at a high level here any non-confidential information that he can share with us. But moving beyond just the current battle scape that we all know that we're in at the moment, and talk about how this company can also help address some other markets that are facing some challenges today. So thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for inviting me and giving a chance to tell what we're about. So Unmanned Defense Systems is a company focused on the kill chain ecosystem, and for this purpose we're having three main products on what we're working. So first is the Forecaster, a surveillance platform to find, identify the targets. Then we have a loitering munitions product, Avenger 5. So it's a loitering munition system which can carry up to 5 kilograms of explosives and engage the targets. And in the middle of that, we have a software called Swarm C2. And the idea that all this ecosystem is made to get a force multiplier against our enemies, to have multiple drones in the air at the same time and coherently working together. So what does it mean? That the software has the capability to control multiple drones. That's a one thing. And secondly, it integrates with already existing infrastructure. So in Europe, it's very popular to have a SITAware tool as a battle management system or ATAC system. So directly all the data is integrated with that, and it gives us the operational efficiency. And then when you have a multiple assets in the air with the single operators, you get the force multiplier. Because at the end, in any war, in any conflict, the most limited and most scarce and expensive resource is human. And this is what we need to take care of.
Yes. And what product came first for you, and now where are you moving with your product development roadmap?
So company started with the product Partisan. It was actually cartographer or a mapper, but it got quite obsolete quickly. So we needed to take our lessons, take feedbacks from the front lines, what's needed. So then we came up with the Forecaster. So it's roughly now 1.5 years old product, with many fine tuning to go against our enemies from jamming, GPS denied environments, even getting counter UAV measures on board to avoid interceptors. So it's now our main workhorse, as we call, on which we already train over 8 brigades in Ukraine, having it established in Lithuanian armed forces as a training base. So we're pushing forward.
That's great. That's great. And even in this weather, it seems like you can perform. So there's no question about capability in that regard. Are you doing a demo today, or?
No, today we're not flying actually because conditions are too easy. No, the idea, if you want to comprehensively test those things, no one has adopted that the thing can go up, right? My capabilities, which I want to demonstrate, that my drone can be 4.5 hours in the air. It's hand launched, 7 kg tactical level, but I don't have a chance to go 4.5 hours. Who will wait it, right? I need to show how it is jamming resistant, GPS denied environments. I cannot demonstrate the real value added things in such a, green garden conditions.
Sure. What do you think is one of the biggest challenges facing your technology from advanced warfare systems that are coming to market now?
In terms of technology, I think we are quite up to date with the things, right? It's making a right analysis, market trends. We have our own team who works in Ukraine on the front lines, like Lithuanians supporting Ukrainians, and literally like 5 kilometers from zero. So we have a constant loop, so we can have a decent prediction of what's coming technologically wise. The biggest challenge is navigating, I think, the bureaucracy, how to keep pushing those products into the market.
And you've got to hear unmanned defense systems. We like what we see. They were one of the first to be victorious, and we appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you very much. My pleasure.
Thank you for joining us.